All right, coming up on this episode of Table Culture, I'm going to be talking about 2013's Seven Ronin. It's a really exciting game by Marek Mydel and Piotr Stakiewicz. I think it's a fairly niche game, but I'm going to explain to you why you should check it out. All right, we're back for another episode of Table Culture, the show where we give you recommendations about games you should be playing. This is a 2013 game called Seven Ronin. It's a two-player game. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes to play, and it's for, I would say, 14 and up, or that's at least what the recommendation is. I would say you could probably play it with anyone who's junior high age or up. It's fairly complicated game, so definitely not something for younger kids, but it's really fun. The premise of the game is that you are either one or two factions, either a group of samurai who have been hired by a village to defend it, or the attacking ninjas who are actually going in there to take the resources. Now, if this sounds familiar to you at all, it's because there's a movie from Akira Kurosawa called Seven Samurai, upon which I assume this game is based. Now, if you're a film fan and you've played board games before and you have not played this game, I'm going to recommend it to you for that reason alone. If you haven't and you like asymmetry in your games, so for example, if you've played Vast the Crystal Caverns, or if you've taken on rule type games before, like Pandemic or Forbidden Island or Forbidden Desert, again, this is going to be really a fun game because you're taking on effectively a certain type of strategy, and that's what you're doing the entirety of the game. There's no swapping or changing. And if you're playing as the samurai, you're going to have choices like moving ninjas around, or healing other samurai, or allowing a samurai to kind of join up with another samurai to give them more strength to combat against the oncoming ninjas. Some of them just eliminate ninjas right away. One here, one here, one here, one here, one on there, sure, special ability lets her double up, one there, and one there. And this is our sort of round marker right there. So as the samurai, Tatsuki, which is this character right here, she can be deployed and stay on the same village area as any one other Ronin, which I just did right there. Yobu, which is this gentleman right here, he can move up to 2 ninja markers from the village area containing Yobu to 1 or 2 adjacent village areas. So he has to be played where there are ninjas. So if I place him here and no ninjas are showing up on this tile, then his ability does nothing. Yumi is on a free area, so if no ninjas show up on this tile, he gets to remove 1 ninja marker from the ninja reserves. So Yumi's ability only works on free areas, and you take from the ninja reserves down here that I have in my hand, and you just take from that player. So I'm going to put those there just for presentation for now. Now the ninja's goal is to obtain area control of 5 areas of this board, and the way that they do that is by surviving combat round. So each player will have a hidden bamboo board that they select where they place their ninjas or their samurai, and then when they place those characters, they will both reveal, and if you have samurai on an area where there are ninjas, they will be able to do actions or not do actions depending upon what is available there. Some samurai wants ninjas to be around and some samurai do not. Additionally, if you finish the round and your samurai are alive, they get to perform their actions if they're able to do so, and then any surviving ninjas, if they are in areas where there are not samurai, they get to do the area's ability. So for example, you can do damage to one samurai or poison a samurai from somewhere else on the board, or you can revive ninjas into your reserve, or you can add ninjas from your reserve, or you can move around the board. You can like overtake an area. There's lots of different things that that the game allows you to do depending upon your role that you take. When the ninja player goes, they will place on different areas. So in this case, you place 2 here, 1 here. And then you would add to the main board. So you'll place your ninja tiles there and you'll place the Ronin there. If there are no Ronin, or to put it another way, if the Ronin are not defeated, and there are none left. Like if I placed there, I would put my 2 ninjas on that Ronin after they do their special ability. If he survives, he would go back into the other player's thing, and then my ninjas would stay. The ninjas, if they stay, get to do their ability. So in this case, on this one and this one, these ones would die. On this one and this one, you get to do a poison action on the wall. So you just deal a wound to 1 Ronin anywhere. So I could just put a wound on Yumi here. And on the animal pen, I can choose a Ronin and they have to stay on the board. As a consequence, the game is constantly changing. And as I mentioned, the objective of the ninja is to either eliminate the samurai characters completely, which are denoted by their health up there, or to occupy 5 areas of the board. If they can do that, they win. The samurai's objective is a lot simpler. All they need to do is survive 8 rounds or eliminate all the ninjas, so the ninjas can't keep putting things on the board and doing actions. If either of those 2 things happen, samurai win. So it's a fairly tight-paced game, lots happening at all times. Don't expect it to take very long. In fact, as soon as someone knows how to play the game, they'll know exactly what to do. So you won't be coming across situations where people are paralyzed by their actions. And then obviously, as rounds progress, you can place more ninjas, or you can place ninjas in different areas. There's even a counter to say how many ninjas can be placed on an area at any given time. So there's lots of determining factors. I think Grey Fox Games has done an excellent job with this one. It's a very niche game. I'm surprised it didn't get ranked as highly as it has on Board Game Geek. But to be fair, Board Game Geek is an aggregator. It is not the end-all and be-all of board games. Other games that Grey Fox has done, which are pretty fun, are Champions of Midgard, as well as Murder, Deception in Hong Kong. So one is a deduction game, and the other is an area control, hand selection, similar to Stone Age, which I'll have a review on that you may want to check out. So that said, I think Seven Samurai is a great movie, and I also think Seven Ronin is a fantastic game. If you haven't had a chance to play this with your partner, play this with a friend, even play it with your kid. It's really entertaining. So if you liked the video, please leave a like, please leave some comments if you played Seven Ronin and you liked it, or even if you didn't, I would just be curious to find out what you didn't like about it. And of course, subscribe to the channel, share the review, and hit the bell for notifications. We got lots more reviews down the pipe. And we also have creative interviews with creative professionals, game designers, musicians, photographers, you name it. I will interview those creative people. And lastly, discussion panels where we talk about popular culture, board games, social dynamics of board games, things of that nature. And this has been Table Culture. Thanks for watching. I hope you get this one to the table. This movie is awesome. Akira Kurosawa? Just kidding, it's not Akira Kurosawa. It is Marek Mydel and Peter Stakiewicz. Marek Mydel and Peter Stakiewicz. All right, on the count of 3, 2, 1.